Good morning, everyone. Myself, I am P. Anuradha, DL in Political Science, TTWRDC Kottagudam. It is very great pleasure to me, Honorable Head Office and officials and Principal. It is great. Thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity. I'm feel very happy. Uh, Today, I would like to explain about a great political philosopher, Plato. Okay, Plato, he is not only political philosopher. Plato, not only political philosopher, he is a great philosopher from Greek. We know he is a classical Greek political philosopher. What is the importance of Plato? Yes, Plato, very great philosopher. Okay, he is a father of political philosophy. Aristotle, father of political science. He is from Athens. Athens, great knowledge center in this time. In that period before 300-400 years BC, in that time only some civilizations we saw in all over the world. In those civilizations like Greek civilization, Mesopotamian civilization, Egyptian civilization, so many civilizations we saw in that time. In those civilization in all over the world, Greek civilization most important civilization. In Greek, city states state newly formed in that time. City states, in Greek, so many city states are there. In those city states, Athens, very great city state. Those city states are very independent city states. Very independent city state. Every city state, there is a unique, there is a unique ideas. Have unique ideas like in those city states, Athens, Sparta, Stagina, like city states, most important city states. In all over the world, Athens contribution, most important contribution about knowledge. Why? Why? Because all sciences like maths, science, all natural sciences, physics, political science, social sciences, all sciences came from Greeks in that time. Greeks' contribution, most important contribution, very valuable contribution Greeks give to the world, given to the world. Okay, in Greeks, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, these three peoples are most important peoples and historians. In history, they are gifted childs to us. They sacrificed their knowledge, their contribution, most important contribution. They given important contribution about knowledge. So, in the time, Greeks like Socrates, Aristotle, Plato, they gave importance to knowledge. First, knowledge is most important. In that time, there is no deviation of subjects. There is no difference between subjects. For example, our Aristotle, he is a father of political science, and at the same time, he is a father of geology also. In that time, knowledge is most important. Yes, education, one of the part of knowledge. Knowledge is most important. What we don't know, that please know about something, that is knowledge. Yes, Plato, Western political philosopher. He is a true follower of Socrates. Already we know Socrates very great personality in all over the world, at the same time in Greek. So Plato born 427 BC in Athens, a noble family. died 347 BC. He is founder of academy. Okay, he is a teacher of Aristotle. Our father of political science, Aristotle. He is a teacher of our Aristotle. Student of Socrates. So, Plato was a classical Greek philosopher. He is birth in a noble family. He is real follower of Socrates. He established a educational institution that is academy. Academy is the best institution in that time. That is the first institution in that time. In that time, only some sophists we saw in Greek. Sophists, they are teachers. They only they teach to some peoples only. They want money. They want something in that time. Sophists, they want something. But Plato criticized in that time sophists' education system. So he established a new education system and new education policy. That is the greatness of Plato. Plato contribution, most important contribution. Plato, most important book of our Plato, that is Republic. This is the picture of Republic, the book of Republic. This is the first page of Republic. So, his great works, he wrote so many books in so many, he is great mathematician also. Plato, great mathematician also. He introduced so many theories in mathematics also. But in political science, he wrote 3 important books. These three books are most important in our political science. Why? Because in Republic, he discussed about first ideal state. In the last, he discussed about second ideal state. Yes, Republic, the another name of Republic is the Book of Justice. He wrote Republic in 386 BC. The statesman he wrote in 360. The laws in 347 BC. The Republic he wrote in the age of 40. He wrote in the age of 70. So, the Republic, the Statesman, the Laws, these 3 most important books in political science from Plato. This is the Plato's gift of our political science. He is Socrates' student and Aristotle's teacher. Next, he is a founder of academy. Academy, first institution in Greek, that is the first institution in Western world. That is the first institution, educational institution. In the academy, he teach so many subjects like mathematics and music and political science. Not only political science, already we know why this is our subject is political science. Why? Because in Greeks, city states called as a police. So our subject is a political from that word derived from the political science word derived from the word of police. Police, city states in that time. So, he is the founder of academy. That is the first Western institution. In academy, he create so many students, like great student of Aristotle. Plato's original name Aristocles. Plato's original name Aristocles. Plato, he is a great educationalist and feminist and communist. Yes, first educationalist. Why? Because he introduced a new education system in so many years back. So, along with his master Socrates, he used a dialogue method in his Republic, the statesman, the laws. So, Plato, most important personality in Western world. Aristotle was a student at his academy in Athens. At the academy, he taught his subjects astronomy, biology, mathematics, political theory, and philosophy. Yes, he taught so many subjects. Music also one of the most important subject in Greek in academy for the best institution. Okay, he wrote so many books and so many ideas. In Republic, he introduced a first ideal state. That is the most important aim of our Plato. Plato aim. What is the Plato aim? To create a ideal state. His dream to create a ideal state. How to we become a ideal state, noble state? Athens, he loved Athens. So what is the ideas? What is the relation between human beings and state? He teaches us. He discussed so many topics, ideas in Republic. Plato and Aristotle shared a sense of importance of Athens, and both regarded music, poetry, architecture, and dreams of fundamental institution within the body polis. Okay, already we know what is the polis. City states called like polis in Greek in that time. So our subject is political science. According to Plato's opinion, according to Aristotle's opinion, our subject political science is a complex and comprehensive subject. Why our subject is complex subject? Because in our subject, first we studied about history. Next, we studied about politics. Next, economy. Next, public administration, sociology. In our subject, we discussed so many topics, so many, all social sciences branches in our subject. That is the importance of our subject. So, according to Plato's opinion, Aristotle's opinion, our subject is a complex subject and comprehensive subject. Why? Because there is no scope, there is no end of our subject. Why? Because state is permanent institution. State is a permanent institution. In state, there is a relation between human beings and states. So, in our political science, we discuss so many concepts and ideologies in our subject. After Socrates' death, 399 BC, Plato left Athens with some friends and traveled for the next 12 years while studying so many subjects and religion. Yes, we know in an ancient period, human beings gave importance to nature. And at the same time, Greeks gave importance to state also. Why? Because they know what is the importance of state. Why? Because in that time, states are newly born in that time. So, they gave importance to only two things. That is, first is state, next is knowledge. According to Plato's opinion and Aristotle's opinion, knowledge is most important and state is most important. Why? Because without a state we cannot imagine human being life. Without a state relationship we cannot imagine our human being's life. Why? Because there is a great bond with state and human beings. Without state we cannot live. Okay, Plato's studied were directed towards the questions of virtue, of formation of noble character. Virtue is also most important. Next we discussed about his philosophy. Already we know he is a great philosopher. So he gave so many important ideas about philosophy. Not only in political science, it is useful to human beings' life. Everything has a truth or an essence. Your job is to seek this truth. Life is an adventure and journey, not a destination. Okay, life is it is a good journey. There is no destination until to our death. Okay, this is the Plato's opinion. Yes, life is most important adventure journey according to Plato's opinion. Yes, Plato gives so many wonderful dialogues and wonderful things about human beings' life. The good teacher will spark you, okay, lead you to the truth with integrity, reason, immigration. Yes, a wonderful. Without a teacher, there is no students. Without a teacher, there is no student. Every student created by a teacher. Not every student, every person, every super personality create by a teacher only. Without a teacher, there is no student. Without a teacher, there is no student's life. Teacher role is most important in student's life. Teacher creates a sparks of students. Teacher create a structure of student. Teacher gave knowledge, not only subject knowledge. Teacher gave, according to Plato's opinion, teacher give knowledge and at the same time give character. That is the importance of every intellectuals. Next, virtue is excellence. Virtue is excellence. Already we know virtue, justice. This is the in political science. We have so many concepts. Justice, law, liberty, equality. Like so many concepts we see. In those concepts, justice, virtue is most important. In Athens, political philosophers gave importance to virtue, justice. Why? Because these are all concepts depend upon virtue. No, justice. All concepts depend upon justice. Why? Because justice is most important every human being's life and every state's. Next, virtue is excellence or doing your best. That is your duty. Do your duty the best. That is the justice. Okay. What is human beings' justice? Do your duty the best. That is the most important of every human being's life. Regarding your highest potential for good. All humans have potential for virtue, goodness and shape and good character. So, Plato's philosophy is most important philosophy. Okay, Plato discussed about so many good points in human beings' life. Next, he gave importance to knowledge. All knowledge begin in not knowing to state. I don't know. I don't know. First of all, in every human being said, I don't know. So, you don't know that? Please, no. First, you know that. That is the first step. I don't know. That word is the first step of knowledge. I don't know. What is this? That is the first step of knowledge. No, you don't know? You don't know first? So, you know, you know now. That is the first step of knowledge. So, silent points of his philosophy, knowledge is not sense. Okay, knowledge is most important. It is not simple appears to me. Okay, it is not what simply appears to me. Okay, knowledge is divine. Knowledge is divine policy. Knowledge is all over the world there is a knowledge. Like Socrates, Plato believes in virtue is knowledge. Suguname jnanamu. Suguname jnanamu. Jnana samurpajane vidya. What is education? To achievement of knowledge, that is education. Achievement of knowledge, that is education. Main aim of education is how much of knowledge you achieved in that degree. That is your education. Virtue is knowledge. Virtue is knowledge. And the sources of knowledge is virtue. It is not. Okay. Not abstract, but increate knowledge. Okay, knowledge is a good thing in human beings' life. Knowledge is most important thing in human beings' knowledge. Influence of Socrates. Influence Plato influenced by Socrates, his teacher Socrates. Without Socrates, there is no Plato. Without Plato, there is no Aristotle. Yes. Three basic discussions between Socrates and Aristotle. He wrote his books in dialogues method. Dialogue between Socrates and Plato. He always discussed with his teacher. Socrates, Plato used dialogues method in the book of Republic, Statesmen, Just Laws. There is in that books there is discussions between Socrates and Plato. He used like that method. Okay, he influenced by Socrates. Three basic discussions is most important in our Plato. Virtue is knowledge, idea is real, theory of knowledge. These 3 points are most important. He take from Socrates. He take from Socrates. Virtue is knowledge. Terms are identical. No virtue or excellence without knowledge. Now, without knowledge, there is no excellence in justice and virtue. Influenced that entire personality through intellect. Next, idea is real. Yes, think, create something. Okay, creativity is most important asset to every human being's life. Yes, creativity, creative thinking, that is the asset of every human being. That is the most important in human being's life. Okay, creativity, idea is most important. Idea is real. Okay, what is real is the idea of things. The idea of things is the perfect, permanent, implementable, self-existence entry with underline the chasing, etc., etc. So, ideas is most important idea. Creative idea is most important. Beauty could exist without a beautiful things. Okay, beauty came from beautiful things only. Okay, theory of knowledge, already we know Greeks gave importance to knowledge, to kinds of knowledge, opinion of beliefs, chargeable, shakeable for its foundation. Real knowledge is most important. Scientific knowledge also most important in every human being's life. Real theory of justice. In that time, Thrasymachus also important political philosopher. According to Thrasymachus' opinion, justice is always the interest of stronger. Who stronger in the states, interest of those stronger people, that is justice. Interest of stronger people, that is justice. That is according to Thrasymachus' opinion. But Plato criticizes Thrasymachus' opinion. He cannot accept Thrasymachus' opinion. The ruler practices the art of government not in his own interest but to bring about an improvement in the governed. Justice is always better than injustice. Justice is always better than injustice. A just man is wiser, stronger, and happier than an unjust man for the know his limitations too. So, justice is most important concept in a human being's life. Next, Polemarchus, Glaucus, so many political philosophers give their ideas about justice. Justice is a interest of weakers. That is Polemarchus' justice. Justice is a product of fear and it's based on the necessity of the weakers. But Plato again criticized that Polemarchus theory. Okay, interest of society or state obeyed because of inner values. Okay, not only state is nothing but in state there is a weaker, stronger, so many types of peoples. These are. So, only interest of some peoples, that is not important, that is not justice, that is according to Plato's opinion. Okay, Platonic theory of justice. Plato theory of justice, interference, not interference, that is the most important. Do your duty first. Don't interfere others' duty. Give your the best. That is your justice. That is the Plato justice theory of justice. Type social justice and individual justice. There is two types of justice, that is social and individual justice. Next, features of justice, main important features of justice about Plato. This is internal. Okay, justice, every human being's soul, justice depend upon every human being's soul. What is good, what is bad, that is teaches us our soul. Our soul teaches us what is good, what is bad, what is your justice first. Okay, so this is justice is internal policy. Theory of specialization. Every human being have a unique personality, and at the same time every human being have a specialization. Do you are special. Okay, theory of this is theory of specialization. Next, this is a theory of non-interference and theory of harmony, unity, and theory of moral concerned with all the aspects. Okay. Now, philosopher king, next systematic education system, so types of communism based on power, equal rights to women. These are the most important concepts in Plato's justice. Yes, Plato, first feminist, he gave importance to women, but Aristotle criticized Plato. Aristotle cannot give importance to Aristotle's opinion, all human beings are not equal. But Plato's opinion, all human beings are equal. Men or women, both are equal. Men or women, both are equal. Both are the same capable personalities according to Plato's opinion. These are the important topics, important features in Plato's theory of justice. Next, Plato's aim of education. Next, in Republic, he discussed about justice. Next, he discussed about education. According to Plato's opinion, education is most important to every human being's life. Education is most important to every human being's life. Human beings' lives depend upon education. Without education, we cannot imagine human beings' life. Mind, body and soul all depend upon education. Education creates a good mind, good soul and create a good personality in state. One important quotation of Plato, education is medicine of mind. Education is best medicine of mind. Music is best medicine of soul. Understood? According to Plato's opinion, education best medicine of mind and music best medicine of soul. So, according to Plato's opinion, he gave importance to education. At the same time, he established a educational institution, first educational institution in Western world, that is academy. Aristotle, student of academy. To developed leader among the future rulers. Education developed leaders, create leaders. Every leader came from good teacher. Every leader created by good teacher. Every student, best student, created by good teacher. Education developed leadership qualities of human beings. Developed leader among the future leaders. Next, education developed hard and competent workers. Okay, competent workers. Education create workers. Yes, every human resource are most important. In every state, human resources, every state development, social development, economical development, political development, any development depend upon human resource. So, education create best human resources to produce leaders with military skills among the warriors. Yes, this is the main aim of Plato's education system. This is the main aim of Plato's educational system. Education creates civil servants. Education creates soldiers. Education creates leaders, rulers. Education creates a very good citizens. So, knowledge of good, that is education. Knowledge of good, that is education. Good knowledge. Education, one of the part of knowledge. Okay, nature of human beings life in human being life, good nature created by teacher, good nature created by teacher. Teacher create a wonderful student's life. So, Plato teaching method. Plato, at the same time, Plato discussed education policy, new education policy, and the same time he discussed about teaching methods. He introduced teaching methods in Republic. Plato recommended play method at elementary level. In Plato's education system, there is a primary education and higher education. Two system in education system, there is a two slats: primary education and second higher education, secondary education. Okay, in primary education, playing method is most important and essential according to Plato's opinion. Students should learn by doing, and when he reached the higher level of education, his reason would be turned in the process of thinking and abstracting. Okay, thinking thoughts, think is most important quality of every student. Yes, thinking, think what you are learn, apply what you are learn. That is the most application of learning, that is the most important application of knowledge, that is the most important. That is Plato's opinion. Plato wants motivation and interest in learning. He is against to use force in education. He is against forcible education. He introduced playway method. Knowledge which is acquired under completion about abortion on hold on the mind. Okay, already we will discuss this is the best education is the best medicine of mind. This is one of the most important quotation of our Plato. The object of education is to teach us to love what is beautiful. Education teach us what is beautiful, what is teach us to what is love. Okay, that is the importance of education. The object of education is to teach us to love what is beautiful in world. So, educational system. This is Athens educational system. Plato criticized Athens education system. No state controlled education, primary, secondary, tertiary education, next domestic education, no technical education. This is the failures of these are the failures of Athens education system. Next Spartanian system. The Athens, Sparta, two important states in Athens, city states. State controlled. Next, both boys, girls got education. Music, gymnastic were given importance. Plato accept this Spartanian system, education system. So, Plato combined these two education system after he introduced his education system, education policy. So, that is state controlled education. Always state controlled education is most important. Private education, that is the most worst education. Plato's opinion, private education, bad education system. State controlled education is most important. Why? Because any development of state, social development, economical development, any development depend upon education. So, both men or women same. According to Plato's opinion, every human beings are same. There is no difference between capabilities, men between women. Okay, but Aristotle criticized Plato. According to Aristotle's opinion, human beings are not same. Human beings capabilities are not equal. Some human beings are mentally they are strong, some human beings are physically they are strong. Men, women are not equal. That is the opinion, Aristotle's opinion. But our Plato, he gave importance to men and at the same time women, so that he is first feminist. He introduced communist state. So he first communist. He introduced education, new education system. So he is first educationalist. Our Plato, great political philosopher, strict consorship of lecture. Okay, these are the most important concepts. Next, compulsory education. Compulsory education is should and must for all. According to Plato's opinion, education should and must for all. Both mental, moral development is most important in education system. Next, relation with soul. Education, most important quality of education is body soul relationship is most important. That is the most important quality of education also. Relation with body and soul. Okay, it is the best medicine of soul, best medicine of mind, education. Next, producing a philosopher king. Okay, philosopher kings created by education. In Plato's education system, there is a basic education, next higher education. Basic education, both birth to 6th year education, that is the first stage of basic education. In that stage, study their own language using pictures. Okay, rhythmatic lectures, rhythmatic education is most important in that stage. Okay, music also most important part of in that stage, in that education stage. Next, second stage, 7 to 18 years stage, second stage of education. In that stage, music, next gymnastic for soul and mind. In this stage, children learn what is the relation between soul and mind. Yes, we are all give importance to body, human beings body, but we cannot give importance to soul. But soul is most important in every human beings soul. Everything depend upon human beings soul. So in second stage, education about soul. Soul is most important part in education. Music also most important in this stage. Next, third stage. In third stage, 18 to 19 years, that is third stage of education. Compulsory military training. Okay, compulsory military training is should and must for all students. Either it is girls or boys, military training is compulsory. Every human being life exercise military training, that is most important according to Plato's opinion. This is a third stage. Okay, next in a fourth stage, in next stage 20 years to 35 years, that is higher education. they studied about higher education. After primary education, they faced one entrance exam. In Plato's education system, there is two entrance exams. Okay. First entrance exam, after completion of first entrance exam, they enter into higher education. The second entrance exam, they enter into ruling class people education. Okay, 35 to 50 in Plato education system completed birth to 50 years. Very lengthy education system. After completion of 50 years education, that person become a ruler. That person become a philosopher king. Plato also gave importance to women education. He considered the same kind of education for women. Women should the same physical and educational training. They should know the art of war. The main aim of Plato was that each member of the society should undertake his work and responsibility. Responsibility is most important. Human responsibility, that is most important in every state. Why? Because state formed by the human resource persons. So, every state, human beings feel responsibility. Responsibility is most important in society. Okay, human beings. Okay, responsibility. Education teaches us which type of responsibility you have. Okay, education give responsibility to us. Teaches us which type of responsibility do you have. Okay. Next, Plato believed the women are equal to men, and that although some women are physically smaller or weak, some women are physically equal to men. Therefore, those women who are physically strong, they become allowed to learn the same skills that men do. Okay, Plato discussed about women. Some women are very strong. Okay, they have capability like men. So do learn skills also most learning skills also most important. In his book Republic, Plato described how male and female received the same education. Okay, how male and female received the same education and be given the same duties and society as given to the male member. According to Plato's opinion, human beings are equal. There is no discrimination. Yes, some women also very capable personalities. Already we saw in games, sports like that. So our Plato first feminist. He gave rights to women also. Same rights to women. Virtue can be next. Education decided stages of the state. Okay, stages of the human beings. First stage, rulers. Wisdom is the most important quality of rulers. Next, guardians. The main quality of guardians, courage. They are military people. Employees, they are state employees. They are couraged people. Next, last, lower stage of people. arstans. They are lower stage of people. Okay, they lived their own like. Okay, so these stage rulers, guardians, lower class peoples. Wisdom is the main quality of rulers. Courage is the main quality of guardians. Next, there's like temperance is the most quality of lower people. Agriculture people, laborers, they are came into lower people. Plato cannot give importance to agriculture labor and farmers and laborers. Only he gave importance to upper class, ruler class people. That is the most important criticize. Aristotle criticized Plato in this point. Next, theory of communism. Theory of communism also most important point. Was in Republic, he discussed about education. First, he discussed about justice. Next, he discussed about education system. Third, he discussed about theory of communism. Yes, he is the first communist. Why? Because he create a ideal state. His aim to how to create a ideal state. In ideal state, justice, education, communism. These three qualities are most important in ideal state. A corollary of his conception of justice, he believed that without communism there would be clash of ideas and interest between reasons and aptitude and aptitude. Next, Plato's communism is based on the premise that property, family. Plato discussed about two types of communisms: property communism, family communism. Okay, in fact, the private, he completely opposed private properties, private system. Okay, private system create a selfishness of human beings. Private interests, private administration and private property create a interest, selfish interests. He discussed communism. According to Plato's opinion, communism also most important concept. Communism avoid personal life and private property. Communism of property, communism of family. These two topics are most important in communism. Plato attempted to create a new social order within the ruling class, surrendered both family and private property and embraced a system of communism. His practice of communism is only meant for the ruling class and the guardian class. This is only suitable for not only all peoples. It is suitable for ruling people only. Okay, it is ruling people's life only. Communism of property, communism of family only. It is for ruling classes. Okay, it is only for ruling classes. Ruling classes people, role models of all human beings. So ruling party people, high wisdom people they are, high knowledge people they are, philosophers they are, philosopher kings they are. So Plato did not bind his principles on third class. Okay, he gave importance to first class only, first class people. Next, second stage, military people and administrative people. Why? Because Plato's aim to create a ideal state. That is the main aim of Plato. He wrote Republic. He discussed in Republic. He discussed first ideal state in Republic. Family, according to Plato's opinion, why communism? Why communism? Because Plato introduced communism. Communism of property, communism of family. Why? Because ruling guardians should and must they sacrifice compulsory sacrifice is compulsory. Okay, ruling class peoples they sacrificed their entire life. There is no the ruling class peoples should and must have only knowledge and what is the how to we rule. Okay, how to we give my capable strengths to people. Okay, ruling people is the most important aim of ruling class, ideal class, philosopher kings. Plato did not bind his principles, okay, to third class people. Okay, so communism of property, communism of family, these two most important things. Communism deprived the guardian class not only of property. Why property? Family, property and family, that is the like binds human beings life. Okay, so our family, everybody give importance to his family. Why? Because they lived from family. Family is most important. So criticism, this is useless. Okay, is so much of communist ideas they are failed ideas. Those ideas are failed ideas. So complete life ruling ideal kings they complete life they sacrificed their complete life in entire their life sacrificed their entire life for the sake of state. Opposed the fundamental nature of man. This is he cannot give importance to family also, but Aristotle gave importance to family. According to Aristotle's opinion, family is the first stage of human beings' life. In not only human beings' life, state depend upon families. There is no relations of husband and wife. In Plato communism, there is no relations between a husband and wife. Relations of mother with children. There is no relations of mother with children. This is very empirical. Okay, it is impossible. It is very big task to human beings' life. Okay, without a family, without a property, that is most that is impossible to every human being's life. Plato's political philosophy can be founded in works Republic, Statesman, and in Laws. Okay, these are the most important points about Republic. Okay, next book of Plato, that is Statesman and Laws. Okay, he discussed after Republic, he wrote Statesman and Laws. He in Statesman he discussed he discussed classification of governments. Here next in the Laws he discussed about second ideal state. Okay, he discussed second ideal state in laws. Why? Because what is the difference between first ideal state and second ideal state means in first ideal state he gave importance to justice and education and communism, but in second ideal state he gave importance to laws also. Okay, this is the explanation of Plato Republic. Plato Republic is most important concept in our political science. Okay, but after Plato, Aristotle criticized Plato's concepts. Aristotle criticized Plato's all concepts. But Aristotle gave importance to Plato's justice. Okay, Aristotle criticized communism and education system. This is very lengthy education system. That is the most important criticism, most important criticism of Plato. Okay, thank you giving me this opportunity. Thank you so much. This is about Plato Republic. Okay, thank you.